Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I am a day late, but better late than never. I was just really busy with other stuff yesterday and last week and got behind in making this. I got distracted with the Journal of Stitchery. So here is the finished wren for this week, last week. I really like how it turned out, it's quite nice. And then this is the tufted titmouse that we're going to do this week. So I might zoom it in and put it up to a point where it's going to, yep, okay, just making sure that it's in camera. That's why I leave that here. Okay, so I use this as a guide, and then I get out my bits and pieces that I get with the kit. Oh, where is it? These are the ones that come with the kit. Now here it's probably more of an orangey colour, and I actually did when I cut this down it seemed a little big compared to the other one that I had done, so I'm just going to snip. There we go. Now, and I think you saw me putting this together in the last one. I made the eye a little bit bigger, that's why yeah, you really do need to, that's what makes it so adorable, is the eye being a little bit bigger. Okay, and that sort of comes out to there and comes around. Okay, now not a great deal of colours in this one. I've got a variegated thread, which is not in the pack of stuff. That's what I'm saying. You probably need to get yourself a black. There's white in there, but I've got this grey colour, which I wouldn't mind using because she's primarily grey. Calling it a she. So funny. Okay, I'm just going to put my seat up and pick out some of the bits and pieces I need. I've bought this, and I think that may work. And I've got this, so I'm going to leave that next to it. Fairly easy to put together. It's just you cut out. There's only 3 pieces, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted to work more on the embroidery part of it. So a little bit browner on the head. Here's the embroidery skein. I think it's two threads there, which I will use. Now, I might use some of this black just to hold the beak down, I think, because it's the one thing that seems to be coming up. Quite like that. That'd be nice on the body. So like I said with the other one, I'm not so much going to hold it down as just sort of stitching over it to keep it in place a bit. I may, because it's a little bit darker on the top, so I may do some stem satin stitch along here. That'll definitely hold that down. Oh, I've got it here. I need to pull this a little higher. That's better. So I'm going to do satin stitch on the top half of the beak, just to hold it down, but also because the top half of the beak is a little bit darker, and on the bottom it's a little bit lighter, so we'll do that. Hopefully you guys can see it. So just a black, either a DMC or a Pearl 8 is my general preferred choice. But I'll do the beak first because that seems to be the one coming off. A little bit smaller. Till we get to the peak. Oh, it's now nice and quiet in here. My heater was going for a second there. And then I'm going to go from there to here and hold that down here because it's got a bit of a black thing here and also here. Okay, and it's already starting to look a little bit more structured. While I'm there, I might use this black to do the eye, and I'm going to do the same, just a satin stitch in that teardrop shape, and then I'm going to come back with a white white thread and do a French knot for that little sparkle in the eye, but we need to make it a little darker so you're not just using the pen is not enough. So okay, seems to be going on a bit of an angle, but it's okay as long as you fill it in. In the shape, which I am. Okay. This is probably going to be one of the easier ones, this one, and the next one, which is the robin, is going to be a little bit easier. I think that's enough. Now, we do have a couple of stitches sort of going from there around. So all they are just the little straight stab stitches that are going to come around the eye, almost like a little eyebrow. Which is along here. Hopefully that is in camera. Ugh. That's my guide. As long as the stitching here is in camera, that's the main thing. Okay. And when I do it, I want to do it not so it looks like a line, but maybe stagger it near it so it sort of crosses over a little bit, makes it look a little bit more natural. Okay, and I'll come down here. Just thought while I had the black, I'll do that. And sort of come back around once again, stagger it a little bit rather than having it look like a running stitch, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm really getting low. Might be able to do one more stitch, I think, and then I'll have to get some more black. Okay, I'll finish it off. Yep. Easier said than done sometimes. Now, put it through the hole. Prefer to finish it off twice, but sometimes once is all you get. Okay, now I've got this thread here and I'm just wondering whether I need a needle with a bigger eye. Yeah, that's the one. And I'm going to go back to the black and I'll finish off going around. And this, see how I've done that there, that's going to be done in, I might find myself a bit of, I quite like that colour. I think that's pretty well perfect. And I'll have to see which colour that is in my stash. Ow. No. Is it that one? Might be that one, or it might be this one. I like that one. I think that one matches that a little bit better, and I might even put a tiny little bit of that in with it, so that'll work. Okay, I just got the threads that I knew in the stash. Yeah, hang on, you can see it. I just want to try and bring it so that you can see the example as well. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is thread this. This is like the equivalent of a floss or a DMC, you know, one of those flosses. I've got 2 strands because I sort of want this to be a little bit thinner, but this is from that number 2086. I think it's called like a coal or something like that. It's a very small eye, so make sure that I grab them both. It's a fairly long strand, so I do have to be careful that it doesn't pull apart, but at least I'll have plenty to work with. Okay, what I want to do is create the grey around the head, and it's actually, you know, like quite tufty. I've only just done a little bit there, and that her head is white, but I'm going to make it a little bit more grayer, and I think I might put this on. Okay, so we'll start here. I might even hold the beak down a little bit better, and then we'll start on the outside of the thing, holding the white down. This is a really long thread. Okay, here we go. Just going to do it in sort of tufted feather-like motions. There we go. So I'm sort of stitching it on, but at the same token creating a bit of texture. Now, I want to go over the top with these because I really do need to create, I mean, it's called a tufted titmouse, so it needs, you know, the tufts sort of going out and over, and we want to be able to still see some of the white underneath. Oh, there we go. Hold that down. Seems to be coming up. It's like what they call thread embroidery. Geez, you really do need stuff out of the way. Okay. And when your strand of thread is a little bit too long, which this one is, it does make it a little bit tricky. It's almost like a seed stitch, but not quite, more staggered towards that way. A seed stitch is more random, but about the size of what you would create a seed stitch. Okay. Let me go back up here, do a few more. Hopefully this is still in camera. And we're going to do a few more starting out there. I might go back over here with a bit of white because it unfortunately seems to be against that grey, so you can't sort of see the feather-like tufts sticking out here. So might come back in with just a slightly, maybe a lighter colour. There we go, yeah, it's starting to look a little bit more. You just got to persist. Okay, so fill it in around here. Since we've got this grey, fill it in so it comes around here and a little bit down there as well. And she's got a sort of like a white chest. You might sort of start staggering it. Oop. Time to pull. When you've got two threads, this is why I like working with the pearl cotton, because the threads don't pull apart. Sometimes when you've got two threads, you've got to pull it across, so make sure that they're together. I'm going to start staggering. I do like the fineness of this thread though, which works for this. So you've got a little bit of that pilling, we just work with that. Okay, going down. Still want to see some of the white. once again, you know, refer to the picture, see how it's looking. I might go over the edge a little bit there. I think you could use, see how it does that. Annoying. Okay, I might give it a pause and rethread some what do we, maybe some of the black. I'll finish off that, and then I'll yeah, I'll finish off the black, and I'll come back when we got to do a little bit of the you know, that. And I'm probably going to use this same grey just to go around, and black to define it a little bit because it's got a few more blacks there. So I'll pause it and do a little bit more stitching. You've got the idea of what we need to do, and I might do a French knot in the eye. Okay, back again. I did more around there, and I just thought I'm just going to do leaf type shapes, sort of going, not leaf, feather type shapes going, and then I went across using that grey colour as well. And then while I had the grey, I went around there, and then I'm going to do some more grey here, and I'll probably do sort of a grey brown near the tail, a little bit more, but maybe use some more of this grey again. So you use a fair bit of that grey. I still got to do the black along here, but I'm going to do now, I'm going to, you just get one strand of, this is like DMC floss, or just floss, because the glint in the eye needs to be fairly thin, like as in you don't want to use a real thick strand. And so I'm going to go and try and get it up. It's where the glint is positioned that gives it that look, that cute look. So I'm going to sort of go a little bit higher to the top, and I might do 1, 2, maybe 3 things because it's only one strand. We'll have a look. Yeah, that might be enough. Pull that through, and we've got that little tiny glint in the eye, which brings it to life. Might use some of this white to do actually, while I've got it in here, I might go up here, and because it's only one strand, I might use some of that white to sort of do a few highlights up here so that you can actually see it. So you can see that it is it's got tufts. Because it seems a little dark on the top. There we go. Here. So yeah, always bring the white back in. Okay, I'll pull that through, leave that there, tie it off later. Now I've got some of this, which is that colour, and I'm going to proceed to do some stitching in here. So it's around about, we start just near the eye, and we're just going to do some like filling in stitch, because like short and long stitch, because it's the colour we're after. Unfortunately, this is quite a thick strand. I'm going to see if you don't finish off something, it gets caught, so I better see it's gotten caught in the yellow, so I better finish it off and just reuse it later. Okay. Now, as you can see, this little guy or gal is starting to come to life. I mean, the fact that it is sort of this staggered feathered look is okay, because they are feathers. We have to remember that. Oh. Sort of coming up from the eye. Might do another one from there as well. Do what they call like a short and long satin stitch. Do one a little shorter, just so it looks a little bit more staggered. Come in from the eye. And do there. Okay. And I may come in with a few of those little highlights from that other colour just over the top. Oop. So you use this same technique on, I'll come in between on this little breast area here, you'll just do a couple of little lines in between. She is looking cute. Okay, so I'll do maybe one more, and then I might do another one coming up here, heading to the eye, and then maybe another short one going under near the eye a little bit. Okay, which gives me a chance to maybe have it slightly. I'll do one more in there, I think. Just got to do it as you see fit. Okay, going to there, and I think that we're probably done with this colour. Now, let's look. Yeah, it's around about maybe one more from here going across. to do the darker colour closer towards the beak. Yep. Okay. Now, fortunately, this one is a little thinner, which is good. Okay, I might pause it again. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a darker thing here, and so the same, I'll do the light and then the darker here, and then I'll just maybe just do the light on here. Okay, so we're just going to do a few these darker strands in between. And then I'll show you how we're going to do the feet. Looks nice having a bit of a contrast because it looks a little monotoned with just that one colour. Having a little bit of this in between really brings it out. Okay. I like it. I like it. I'll bring it up to the camera a little bit closer so you can see the gist. Just giving it a few highlights. Okay. I like that. Looks good. Now, I might go up and through because I'm going to go continue on with that, but I'll show you because we're at 32. I want to do a bullion stitch in the black, just a pearl. Okay, I think a bullion stitch would probably be the best for her fit. Now I need a straight needle but with a fairly high big hole. I wonder where that other little needle is. That's that one. That one will have to do, I think. When you're doing a bullion stitch, you really do want one with a, like it's the same width. This makes it easier. Managed to get that through. It's good. Okay. Now I always forget how to do these things. So what you do, I haven't done a bullion stitch in a little while. A bullion knot, here we go. Having all sorts of trouble getting a knot in there. So I'm going to go, you start there and then go rather than going on that side, I'm going to go on this side because we really do want you put it next to it. So I'm going to need enough to fill that. So I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, no, put that up, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm thinking 10 might be enough. Pull that through, and I'm going to pull it round like that so that we've got, and put that down. So we'll start on this one again. Yeah, I think 10's enough, seems to look like it's enough. Then might need a little more for that one, so go there and then go up to the top next to it. So we're probably thinking about 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, try not to prick yourself. Pull through. Now that hurt. And got distracted by the pinprick, and then go down. Maybe even try and push it on that rounder angle, and go down. Okay, do the same. One more time. Go there. Probably need 15 for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Okay, hold that down. Pull. Try and get it on a bit of a curve. There you go. And then push it down. Now if you want to keep them on the curve, hold it on the curve, and then going to go back through the middle and hold it down. I might do the same with those ones because I want them on the curve. There we go. Hold it down so it's sort of like a mini couching. And I'll do the same. And because it's in the same colour, push it over, and then couch that down so that they are on that curve. Okay, now shimmy our way over towards the next lot. Starts about there. Now these are on a funny little angle, so I'm guessing we'll go the same 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the smallest one. They just seem to get bigger as they go around. Now pull that around, down, and we'll come back and push it into shape. See how it's got to go a little bit more up there, so we'll push it into shape once we've stitched the other ones on. Okay, there. That one will be 12. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might go one more just in case because I think I missed one. Okay, go around, and then we're going to go on this one. just finish off this, and then we have finished the video and you sort of got a bit of an idea of what you want to do. Okay. And that one's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Because it's the biggest one that needs to get around a little more. Okay, now we want them on a bit of a curve, so we go back, pick it up and stitch it down. This one, it has managed to pull its way over. There we go. That definitely needs to be pushed. And then same with that one. Down and holding that over. There we go. So there you've got the little claws. Oh, so cute. And once we've done some stitching on that, that'll extend that part, and I'll continue doing some more stitching on there. So I might just get a lighter grey and do a lighter grey, just so that we can you know, have a bit of a lighter grey on there. And I think giving it that little bit of thin on the top and going down, so I might just have one thin and then a bit bigger, just so it has that defined look. So using that grey, I might come back in with just white and do a few feather stitches like I did here. See how I've got these little feathery stitches, you know, maybe on the edge just to hold it down a little bit, but it's fairly secure at this point. So that is how we have done the little tufted titmouse. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I will continue to do more in the background, and when I show you the next one, which is the robin, I'll show you up close of this one. So but you've got the drift. If you use the picture as the guide, you know what colours to use. Maybe now there was a little bit of a brown. I'm thinking more this is more of a grey brown. If you got the kit, you got this one, that might work too, but you probably need something a little bit more grey brown. I was thinking maybe doing that in there, and maybe you might even do a couple of bits there. Okay guys, I'll catch you next Tuesday with the robin, and sorry that this one was late. Better late than never. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.